activism need to be about keeping these commandments.
This is not what I expected out of them. The true Bible, the book about following.
Right. The Most High has given us guidance on what we need to do.
It's Officer Eli.
It's also Nahshon.
Officer Ezekiel.
Many people may be wondering, because sometimes I try to think how we're being viewed and so forth, and we're doing a lot of talk about the wretched condition of the men. But again, that points to our title. The absence of the fathers have breeded all of these conditions, and you cannot really get to it. You cannot address a solution if you don't know what the problem is. You have to face the reality soberly and see exactly where we are. That will give you the fortitude, like we was reading earlier. In our affliction, we will get that again. That's why it says it that way. You have to really be made. You have to be made to be acquainted with the affliction in order to motivate you to get past it and bring forth, just like what this Bible's going to say. Read that.
Hosea chapter 5, verse 15.
15. Yes, sir.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Until you realize how you wrong me. This is what the Most High is saying to Israel. How you wrong me. Go ahead.
And seek my face.
Go ahead.
In their affliction, they will seek me early.
The affliction is going to come when you're when you have to face the reality soberly. Once you recognize how bad this affliction is, then we're going to seek the Most High. And that's why it's important to address and bring these points up so that you can see it in living color and feel it. And it's supposed to like it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. It will motivate you.
Right.
But if you're told that everything is all right, you ain't gonna make it.
Right.
Like the other scriptures say, don't give me riches where I forget the Most High, and don't make me too poor where I steal. But the point is, if you're catching hell, it's gonna motivate you because you want to get out of that thing, survival mode and all of that. All right. So addressing the problems. You mentioned about the third grade, Captain Joel, and I'm mentioning about the fourth grade. This brother, show him on the screen now. This brother,
21 Savage.
24,
24.
21
black.
Black guy.
Black guy.
can spell supercalifragilistic.
Damn.
I remember that word. I remember
spell
that.
it, huh?
So let's play the clip because it's going to correlate to what you were just talking about. You thinking you looking at the tattoos and all of that. You're going to be all right. Listen now. Let's go.
I was an excellent student up until a certain grade.
Okay.
Damn.
Like I feel like we was just talking about this last night. We was playing the game and they was like spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and it was crazy because I won the spelling bee in 5th grade spelling that same word.
Wow.
And I won the math competition that same year.
Okay.
So I used to get
he won the math competition that same year. You would look at this guy and say, this dude is a daggone thug.
Yes, right.
That's why I said, let that thumbnail get up there. Because listen to what this guy going to say. But there's a reason why I'm showing this. Because our job, we're the doctors. We're the ones with this medicine. Our job is to deal with brothers like this.
Right.
To deal with our people that got these problems. To bring them in and to rebuild them. We got to rebuild these men up. We got to rebuild up the family. The greatest example of us learning to do this was what Bishop Nathaniel brought to us when we were coming together, and you was bringing IUIC up on a heavier level. That was your mission, to really rebuild the families, to rebuild the nation of Israel. I paid attention to that. But I mean, we know each other, but I'm just saying this because I know that's what this is about. And even in the interview that I bring up from time to time when Sam Kastenbaum came in, and that had to be expounded to him. Like, why did IUIC had to be started again? Because you had to deal with bringing the family, because that's what the problem was. The families were destroyed. So we have to deal with that. So again, this brother here that we're looking at on the screen, he's a result of a broken family.
Yes, sir.
Just like many of our brothers are a result of a broken family, which again was the concerted effort of this government that set up purposely to destroy the family. So this is the aftermath of it. So let's let it ride.
But like up until a certain point, I feel like when I found out, like really just realized like no matter how good I do in school, I can't go to college because I'm an immigrant. I can't get a job. I can't get no driver's license. I feel like once that started to kick in, I kind of just gave up.
Stop. Did you hear that? Did you hear?
His
After
hope
I
was
couldn't
deferred,
hope
Bishop.
deferred.
That's the point.
Right.
He said that he was excellent in spelling, excellent in math and all of that. So he had the desire to want to do, but all of a sudden he began to learn that the system is not just going to let me get through. So once he began to internalize that racism, he just gave up.
Damn.
I could tell by the tattoos on
There you go, right there. Yeah, exactly. Right.
And
But
Bishop,
go ahead. Yes,
you
sir.
see him? You got million of them think like
Just
Yep.
like that.
That's
Absolutely.
That's the sad part.
Absolutely.
Million of us think like that.
That's my point.
That was some of us.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the point. That's the point right there.
Dang. Hey,
So
Bishop,
no fathers bring forth this. Go ahead.
right, and even for that was new to me, but just putting it together about the third and then the fourth grade, you notice like we would talk about certain, how would you say, more so Esau. Well, they're all ran by Esau, but the school system where you will have our children, our sons in there, and around that grade area, and Cap, you could talk to us about the fourth grade, you'll notice a lot of those kids, the teachers will sit them to the back. It'll be our children that are pushed to the back because they know at this time, as y'all was bringing forth, it's a crucial time. It's like that make or break.
Hey, can I just read this? I Googled that. Fourth grade failure syndrome. It says the fourth grade failure syndrome is the start
That's heavy.
of the achievement gap, particularly for black boys.
Yes.
It is.
This observed bias in schools, i.e. examples, cultural insensitivity, disproportionately harsh discipline, we all know all about that, lowered teacher expectations, like
All
you
of
just
that,
said.
absolutely.
Sit them in the back.
Right.
Don't pay them no. Just,
Right.
just, or
Why are
just
you
let
raising?
it-
Why
let
are
it
you
go
raising your hand?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear from you.
Yes,
Right.
Yes.
Has the cumulative effect of diminishing black students' enthusiasm
There it is.
and motivation.
That's what this man
It
just
is.
said.
It
He
is.
said, "I just gave up."
That's what he said.
Malcolm left school after that
right. Yeah.
and went right into drugs. Went
Yes,
right
sir.
into all
At the
this.
fourth grade, they classified and said it. They told me that I had to get separated and told me I had ADHD. They classified
Yeah.
me as fourth
Yeah.
grade. Now
All
that
that.
think about it.
Hey,
Damn.
Bishop, because we say, remember, these kids, our kids are intelligent beyond the max.
Right.
Correct.
So they're sitting there in the class like, yo, I'm not being stimulated as we
Right.
say by
Right,
what y'all
right.
y'all teaching me right now. So they act out, or
Exactly.
they antsy.
And there's nothing
So-
there in the
There's
schools to
nothing
make
there
you
to-
think.
yeah.
There's nothing
Right.
making you think. Nothing's triggering their
Period.
mindset to open up their understanding.
The mothers got to do that. Our
Yes.
mothers,
Right.
our sisters.
Exactly.
They
That's
talk
the
about
goal.
what's their role.
Right.
Stimulate the minds of the
There you
children.
go.
Exactly. Yes,
right.
right.
Absolutely.
We working to do that.
Yes, sir.
We looking to do that.
Yes, sir.
So all praise to the Lord. Now we played this, right? Did we finish this, right?
We-
Nah, that's it. We got the point. Come out of this. Go to. Let me see. Put my pictures up. Put my pictures up. I want to do something. Put my pictures. Go to where you see the two boys. The pictures. It should be right behind it. Just go on the right. Show that one. Zoom in on that one. Now, this right here. Go to the title of the book first. Not that one. That right there. Show that. Oh, you had it on the screen. This is the brother that did the research to what you was referring to in the article that you just
Okay.
in the news thing. That
yes, sir.
a brother named Kwanzaa Kunjufu. He wrote this book called "Countering the Conspiracy." That's the right word too. Countering the conspiracy to destroy black boys, and that destruction happens in the fourth grade. You were making the point about the third grade, Captain Joel.
They assess you in the third grade.
They assess you in the third grade, but the fourth grade is when they actually make that wealth gap, the thing that you were saying, that's when they actually do it. So it's a system.
Ran by white women.
Exactly, because the white women, the white men, and they all have been incubated and raised up with the roots of J. Edgar Hoover in all of the institutions. That's why I was saying it earlier. If it's housing, if it's education, economics, all of it has
Anything.
has in its soil to be against us, and they start killing us by dealing with these young boys. This is the reason why we have to make such a real effort to repair them. Have to repair them as they come through these doors. And that's why I thank God that IUIC is here.
That's right.
Done by the grace of the Most High. Bishop, you look like you want to say something.
I was going to say, when you read 1 Kings chapter, give me that 1 Kings chapter 2 and 1. Manhood. A lot of times we don't understand. Black men today, if you look at it, I don't care how eloquent they speak. They don't understand what God says manhood is defined. What defines manhood? Can you read that for me?
Yes, sir. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying,
Watch this.
I go the way of all the earth.
I go the way of all the earth, meaning I'm about to die. Yes, sir.
Be thou strong, therefore.
Be thou strong, therefore.
And shew thyself a man.
And show thyself a man. How? The question is how. Come on.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
Keep the charge of the Lord your God.
To walk in his ways.
To walk in his ways.
To keep his statutes.
To keep his statutes.
And his commandments.
And his commandments.
And his judgments.
And his judgments.
And his testimonies.
And his testimonies.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
Do y'all see that? That's what young men got to be taught. That's how you become a man. Not just having a penis.
Yeah. Right.
Church ain't going to teach them that.
Not at all.
They're not going to learn that in school. They're not going to learn that by watching these videos and music. They got to come here.
That's right.
That's
they got to
right.
come into this gospel. That's the only way they're going to get their manhood back.
That's right.
It's the only way they're going to get it back. So as we're looking at this here, right, and I just wanted to tap into what Captain Joa brought out about there being assessed in the 3rd grade, but in the 4th grade is when they actually make the determination on how to destroy these boys. Go to the other picture that we showed with the 2 boys right there. This is how our boys are when they first enter into the school system. They're full of exuberance, excitement. And there's also a part in this book where it says, forget the name of this kid. I think it might be in the writing that the person that was doing the workshops around the country that felt the need to address what he was learning as he traveled to schools and realizing that there was a 4th grade failure syndrome. So he began to actually go throughout the various schools and began to examine the students. And he was finding a kid like this here in the 98th percentile of the country in terms of intelligence, basically a walking genius. How in the hell does that same kid get to the 4th grade? He's no longer interested in anything. And he'd be just like the man that we just saw with the tattoos. He said, I basically just gave up. That's what's happening to a lot of our men. Because they're being killed as boys. You killed a man as a boy, you don't have to worry about him being a threat to white supremacy.
Right.
Because he's already killed as a boy. That's the reason why they do it there at that level.
He's broken.
He's broken already.
Yeah, aspirations.
And Bishop, I remember you did a thing about it's easier to repair.
No, it's easier to raise up strong children
than to repair broken men. Right.
That's from Frederick Douglass.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the point there. They understood that. So let's what the bottom of this thing say. Let's read the writing on these pictures. See, look at that. Look at the brightness and the spirit of this child. Full of exuberance and excitement. He ain't just got dreams. He got aspirations. All that. You can see that in his face. Go ahead. Let me see what it said at the bottom.
Damn.
The innocence and lively interest typical of the early years changed to.
Is there another? Oh, I didn't get that. Right, that's it.
Yeah, get that nigga football.
Damn.
Move down. What does it change? What it changed to?
The apathy and limited interest apparent as early as the 4th grade.
That's some heart-wrenching stuff right there, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's some hurting stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah. Here, take a ball. Just dribble.
Hey, this is why.
This is what they do to us.
This is why, Bishop. This is why we always get in these sisters. These kids got to come out of the school system. They have to. I'm telling y'all. Esau have a plan to destroy. They already started. That's what this is. That's what we talk about. Yeah. That's why your sisters, you have no idea. If they, like we always said, all your sisters agree Esau is the devil. Why the hell? Well, I don't know if you guys agree because I don't know anybody. Who agree this man is the devil. But you sent your kids to the devil. Yeah, your kids spend more time with the devil than you.
Yes.
But you say it's the devil. That make no sense.
The most vulnerable people.
That make no sense.
Vulnerable people in your house are your children. You send them to the devil every day for 8 hours a day.
Right. Right. Now, go to the writing. Let's get to right there. This is in the same book. This is what you was talking about, Captain. Yeah. This is the information that he brought out on it.
Yes, sir.
Who can read that?
You got the best eyes.
Can you see
that? And that's a damn shame right now, Bob.
Bright eyes.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
I can see it.
All right. I want everybody to pay attention.
4th grade failure syndrome.
Now remember, this was after what Captain Joel pointed out about. Then the 3rd grade, that's where they do the assessment. Mm-hmm. So by the time they get to the 4th grade, now it might vary a little bit, but the crux of this conspiracy happens in this time here, because they're looking at the development of the child, about his age and where his thinking begins to develop and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they're very methodical in terms of knowing where to put their racist efforts at and what age. They say it's best to do it at this age because they're more susceptible to allow the injection of lies to destroy their aspirations. Stuff like that, for an example. Go ahead.
Since 1974, I have been a national consultant.
This is Jawanza Kunjufu. That's the author of the book. This is his research. Go ahead.
To public and private schools, ranging from preschool through college. My responsibilities are to conduct workshops for teachers and parents and to provide cultural assembly programs for children. It was during my travels that I recognized the conspiracy, often so subtle, mentioned previously. Let me first begin with the innocence of black boys who bring enthusiasm to the classroom.
That's the pictures that we just saw. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Trust their teachers and are willing to please. Mm-hmm. Daryl, who just turned 5. Has just completed 2 years of Head Start. His mother informed me that Daryl's only major regret about Head Start is that it lasts only 3 hours per day.
So they say that we don't like to learn. He said, I wish it was longer because there's activity there. That's mental stimulus. That's us. Damn. Go ahead.
But now Daryl could not wait to see his new teacher, Miss Ford. She smiled at him often and helps him with his shoelaces. I guess the only regret he had about Miss Ford was that she insisted he eat his broccoli, which was not Daryl's favorite food. Daryl loved his classmates and enjoyed singing songs, playing in the sand, and listening to stories.
Remember I was talking about that, how we deal with music and all that? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Once his classmate Richard was sad about an incident at home.
Stop right there. Mm-hmm. The classmate might have had a situation where the father and the mother was fighting. Mm-hmm. And when parents fight, that affects the kids.
Yes, sir.
The kid probably came to the school and Daryl noticed that. Mm-hmm. That's showing you that even at a child, he has empathy.
Right, he pick up.
Yes, sir.
But they say that we don't have this. They say that we don't have this love for each other. Mm-hmm. They say that we're like beasts and all of that. My point is, in our spirit, when we're trying to do right, we could be all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they would say that we don't have feelings. But read that statement again. Go ahead.
Once his classmate Richard was sad about an incident at home.
Go ahead.
And Daryl was quick to provide an instant cheer. Daryl was an eager student. Miss Ford commented, he asked so many questions.
I literally have a brother that fit this category. And the teacher basically said that he's a troublemaker because he always asking questions. He was correcting her on all kind of history and all that. Go ahead.
He loved the alphabet and numbers as much as he loved playing with dump trucks in the sand. Daryl enters the primary division of the neighborhood public school.
Here we go.
Many important and tender moments occur in these formative years of kindergarten.
Formative years. Go ahead.
Kindergarten through 3rd grade.
That's the point what you was talking about, Captain. Go ahead.
Daryl still sings, but not as loudly and with less enthusiasm.
Because his expectations are lowered.
Go ahead. He likes all of his teachers, but each year a little less than before. And none compares with Miss Ford. The alphabet and numbers still interest him, but now the dump truck, his bicycle, and his football are his most important possessions.
So what happened to him? The expectations of him being a doctor, being anything of
hope deferred.
Hope deferred. All that's gone, and he's been relegated to sports because that's all they give us now. Sports and stuff like that. That's what they've done.
I remember brother used to rap about it. Either you sell crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. That was a known thing in the hood. Like growing up, you didn't have any hope.
Show the next picture with the boy standing in the mirror. I think that was it on it. Yeah. Come on. I think I got another picture. Nope, not that. Right there. Show that one. You forgot about this one, huh, Bishop?
Classic.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
what our young boys have to see. They have to be able to see greatness within themselves.
Right.
They have to be able to see what, and that's going to come from a father. That's going to come from leaders. That's going to come from the people that J. Edgar Hoover was getting rid of. These boys need to see that. Like when we march through these cities, you see women crying, brothers crying. Brother threw his hand up, somebody almost pulled it out of his socket.
Bishop, we don't even have to talk to them.
No.
A word ain't even got to come out of our mouth.
That's showing
We
you
just gotta
what's
see
missing.
The
Exactly.
image, and they start bawling, crying.
Yes, because
And
they
say,
said,
"I've
I
never seen
never
nothing
thought
like
that
this."
I would see this.